Alright, well, they're starting.
Good luck.
And very loud. Amazing. Cool. So, both racers are off and running. And let's take a look at this board, huh? Turn Pest up a little bit more. Just a little bit. Actually, he's got some white noise. Let's go to Shaddy. Seems to be okay. Cool. Alright, this board. Initial impressions. Top row looks really good. We got 5 corner for locations. 15 grubs is intermediate, not terrible goal, and Bretta and Sly, which is a really quick goal as long as you have claw. Let's see. Left side is garbage. Right side is also kind of garbage, but okay, I guess. And bottom of the board is garbage. So, initial impressions, top and right side of the board, probably the best selections possible here. Do both racers have the load normalizer on? Is Pest just this far? Or no, it's stream delay. That's right. Pest stream delay was faster than Shaddy's, so it's fine. They're about even. Yeah, because Pest is 1 second delay, and Shaddy is like 6. So, all right, we should be good.
All right, same.
Holy shit! Pest is so loud. They were just confirming geo amounts with each other. Make sure they're on the same seed. This is a really exciting race, though, between these two. Even though their seeds, 5 and 10, are somewhat far apart, I think this race will be fairly even all the way through. Pest has really kept up with a lot of the higher seeded racers. And, yeah, made them work for their win. And, you know, Shaddy earned that number 5 seed for a reason as well. So this should be a closely contested match, I would guess. This won't be a blowout, I don't think. And especially with this board that we're looking at too, there's nothing here that says one side is going to dominate over the other, at least as far as I can tell right now. Let's look at some of the second rows, I guess. The top row, like I said, probably the most favorable side here. Nice. Shaddy getting the double Aspid kill there. I didn't see if Pest got it or not, but I'm assuming so, since he's about the same amount of time ahead. But if you're coming from row 1, so if row 1 here is your home row, row 2, really not wonderful. So even though row 1 is probably the strongest row out of all of them, getting out of that row is going to be fairly difficult. The only really easy one here is the 4000 geo, but beyond that, the rest of them are pretty terrible. However, column 5, which I stated before, is probably the second best starting row. Your second row here, column 4, Rescue Bretta and Sly, 4000 geo, fairly easy, but then the other ones are also pretty terrible. So it'll be interesting to see what our racers choose for their sides here. It doesn't seem to be that there's an obvious winner for any side, so this might be a situation where whoever gets the first random goal that shows up will just mark it so that they get a 1 goal advantage over their opponent. Shaddy choosing not to stop and kill the Husk sentry here, while Pest does. This is giving Pest a little bit of a geo advantage. However, both racers do have almost 400 geo in Shaddy's case, which is more than enough to cover the vast majority of probabilities in the shops. So So far, not seeing any divergence in the routing, just some minor changes between the two. But nobody going off to Crystal Peak or anything in the dark room immediately. Shaddy getting a backup to the quick kill. Hitting some rocks into False Night. Looks like he'll be damaged, tanking the second phase. Or the third phase, I should say. Looks like Pest is going to make up a little bit of time here. Not much, just a couple seconds. But really, these small time saves are what make and break it between a lot of the racers, right? It's really easy to forget that this is a speedrunning type tournament, right? Small optimizations do matter because over the course of 2 hours, if you're saving a couple seconds here and there over your opponent, you're going to be saving minutes in the grand scheme of things. So both players finding Hive Blood here after False Night. Not something that is on this board. It is a possible goal in the bingo logic, but it's not here in this race. That will make Mass Shard in the Hive significantly easier though if someone decides to go for that. Probably won't see it for a very long time. And Vengeful Spirit in its vanilla location did not make it very far. So we're seeing both racers go through the vanilla mound, which makes sense in this scenario. You just found a Balder kill item, may as well just kill the Balder right away and check Soul Catcher. So nothing incredibly exciting here. It'll come down to Balder Spit RNG. Pest choosing to shoot 3 fireballs right away at the Balder and getting first spit, making a big difference. That puts him in the lead. And Vanilla Soul Catcher. What? 2 vanilla charms right, 2 vanilla things right in the mound. That's really rare. In before everything else is vanilla besides Hive Blood. Now here, I'll be interested to see if we see some divergence. I know Shaddy recently has enjoyed going to the shops in Dirtmouth first. Pest just taking a whole bunch of damage. Looks like he was just farming up soul to attack this Husk Sentry. Killing him really quickly, and Shaddy again ignoring him. Some nice convergence here. Their loads appear to be about the same length, which is really good. Shaddy's may be a fraction of a second faster there. But, we do, for those who don't know, I mean, we are kind of late in the tournament, but some people still might be seeing this for the first time. We do use a load normalizing mod, which sets the minimum load time for everybody to 3 seconds for every transition. This way, everyone's PC gets about a fair advantage. So people with better hardware don't just gain minutes over people with worse hardware. It kind of simulates everyone having worse hardware. Granted, if you're past that 3-second minimum, it doesn't have a hard cap or anything like that, so you could have slight variance in loads there too, but most likely that goes both ways, and yeah. So looks like Shaddy is heading right to Salubra, or at least gonna free Sly first. Pest choosing a different route, going up and around to come down through here. Ooh. Shaddy attempting this fireball skip up to Salubra. I really like this attempt. This is a very difficult trick to do. Looks like Pest is going to try the same. Pest not making it. Shaddy on his second try makes it across. This is going to save him a minute. Rub Song and Quick Slash being found there. Neither of which are on this board. And there were no Baldur kill items yet. Oh, Pest again, almost making it. I think he should just take a death here. Yeah, that looks like what he's doing. Sucks to miss that twice, but no sense in continuing to try for it. May as well just take the minute hit and ensure that you're going to get up there. Yeah, you're right. They have Fireball. It's so uncommon for them to have that this early, so it's easy to forget. Chat is my co-commentary today. Shaman Stone at a Zelda's shop. Useful, but it was a bit expensive. Not worth buying without knowing what Sly has. And he has 2 Fragile Charms, and that's it. Spell Twister and Shaman Stone, it's important to note, is a goal on the board. That's okay, Zeno. Looks like Shaddy's going Dark Room. This is the choice the racers will have to make at this point. Since there's no other progression anywhere else, they're going to have to choose between going to Resting Grounds through the Dark Room or going into Green Path through the Baldur. I would guess that both are going to choose to go to Resting Grounds, just based on the density of item checks that are there. If the players decided to go to Green Path, it's a very long path to go all the way to the end to fight Hornet and then also do a Shade Skip for Baldur Shell. And those are... they're just a lot of slow checks in Green Path right now. So Resting Grounds, I think, makes the most sense. You're going to come here eventually anyway. Unlocking the Stags makes backtracking later take almost 0 time. So I think this is the play I would go for as well. Pest finding out that there isn't anything useful in the shops. We'll see how quickly Shaddy can get through this Dark Room. The racers in the tournament have gotten significantly better at navigating the Dark Room here. It used to take people a much longer time, usually, you know, half a dozen to a dozen tries to get through. And now most racers are making it through first or second try. It's really encouraging to see, actually. A lot of players just making personal progress in their gameplay. Shaddy's through the first half. Just has to deal with this last Crystal Hunter. And he kills him with VS, and he's through first try. No problem. We're seeing that the effect of that minute time loss that Pest has right now. Pest just starting to enter Crystal Peak. It'll be a little bit here before Shaddy shows us our next item. Hopefully Shaddy doesn't fall down. That'd be embarrassing. The easiest platforming in the game. That is a great question, Zeno. Shaddy with the really loud grass. Not setting his audio appropriately. I don't think we see Shaddy moonwalk. I think we have a higher chance of seeing Pest moonwalk, but I don't think he'll remember either. Dive. That's a really good find for here. Shaddy not moonwalking though. Disappointing. And we've got Wraiths at 900 and Fury at 500. So we are not going to be seeing Essence Collection today. Pest struggling a little bit here in the dark room. Shaddy just picking up more and more time as Pest takes longer to get through. And Thorns. So, Shaddy has a choice here. He can choose to go down into City of Tears, check the crypts, or he can head the green path. He can't check anything in City of Tears right now besides Fluke Marm. So maybe we'll see a Fluke play. I doubt it. But one can hope. Is there a race goal on the board that I missed? Oh, you're right. If a goal does end up being at Shriek, that could be really interesting. But yeah, maybe there's a more accessible Wraiths that's not blocked by something. So Shaddy is choosing to go down to the crypts here. This will net him one check. He cannot get to the second one with Soul Eater yet. And I have not been keeping track of corner for locations, which is top left of the board for either player. Boulder Shell. And he's quitting out. Pest, meanwhile, still struggling in the dark room here with these Crystal Hunters. Hopefully he gets through soon. He's on the last little bit of jumps. He does kill the last Crystal Hunter with VS here. And he's across. That's really unfortunate. Pest losing about 2 minutes here. He's gonna fall on that ledge. There is that little tiny ledge on the left as you fall down. Shaddy heading back to Iselda, presumably to get Shaman. Yep, picks up Shaman. Still needs Spell Twister to complete that goal. Not that he could mark it right now anyway, but still. So I think Shaddy is up to 2 corner for locations now. I'm gonna actually start keeping track of this if I can. Maybe just 1. Because I saw him interact with the one in Resting Grounds. But I don't think he's interacted with the one just outside the mound. So it looks like he's heading the green path. This is the only real option that they have left. So we'll see if he decides to go all the way to Hornet or if he detours down into Fungal. Fungal Waste is open to the players right now because they both have VS, which will allow them to do a VS skip across Queen Stag. That's a skip we haven't seen required in a very long time, I don't think. Pest finding dive. Shaddy getting a little bit lost on what green path looks like. following behind, finding thorns. We'll see if Pest immediately decides to go to Green Path here after checking the crypts. I'm assuming he's going to check the crypts. But one benefit that he has over what Shaddy was doing is Shaddy had a little bit of indecision at the end of Resting Grounds on what he wanted to do. Looks like Pest is leaving. Maybe not. Okay, no, he's just hitting the bell. Not interacting with the corner for location there. We'll see if Pest continues on into City of Tears. He can go down and get King Station down here. He also has some journals available. Are you tracking, Muri? Unofficial tracking? And Pest quitting out immediately, so he's not unlocking King Station. I don't think I see any Zote-related goals on this board. We'll see if Shaddy frees Zote. Looks like he's going to. Using the quick kill on the Vengefly King. No problem. Sort of trying to track both at once. Okay. I mean, I kind of am too, so I've got my handy dandy notepad right here. Pest following behind in Shaddy's footsteps. Really, he doesn't have any other option. Oh, Pest, please do not die. Not using the program notepad, like a physical notepad in front of me with a pen. I'm old school. Because I'm old. There we go. Shaddy picking up the journal. This time. That's our first progress towards that goal from either player. And he heads into Hornet now. Paper. In before vanilla cloak as well. So we have two vanilla items so far. Maybe more in the shops, but I wasn't really paying attention to the shops that much. Wow, Hornet stuck in the wall there. Hacker. Wings. That is interesting. So we've officially got a wing seed. So, wings seeming to be the intended progression item right now. Unfortunately, this will not require us to do the skipping Queen Station. I want to see that again. Shaddy on the verge of death. This is going to lose Shaddy time. Looks like he's heading back to the bench. Yeah, so Shaddy purely losing time just because he's close to death. Unfortunate. This will allow Pest some time to catch up. It's these little plays like this, you know, that make the difference. This is Shaddy's still with a little bit of indecision. This is about 30 seconds that Pest has gotten back for free. Pest moving very cleanly through green path so far. Also choosing to free Zote. With another Vengefly King quick kill. Hopefully he doesn't die here. That would, you know, undo the little bit of comeback that he's having. We also have a high five by the players here as they move past each other on the map. Thankfully for Shaddy, Wings makes Balder Shell check here very free. We'll see what Pest decides to do here with his routing. Hopefully he goes to Hornet first. It would be very unfortunate for him to choose to do Balder Shell first. Shape of Un being found and marked immediately by Shaddy. Since that goal is a corner space, that doesn't necessarily guarantee one side of the board or the other. Alright, Pest going into Hornet. This is going to give him wings. Yeah, interestingly enough, Hornet 2 is available right now. So Shaddy could choose to go and kill Hornet 2 and solidify his side of the board if he wanted to. I mean, Wings really opens up almost all these goals, so... The one unfortunate thing for Shaddy, excuse me, about having either the top or right side of the board, this is one thing that we talked about with the second rows. No matter which one he chooses, his second row is going to be trash. I mean, this one is terrible, and column 4 is also terrible. So, no matter which side he starts on, he's going to be hard-pressed to escape his home row. Meanwhile, we haven't looked at second row for left and bottom yet, so let's do that now. Got just a couple seconds here before Shaddy checks Leg Eater. And what do we find? Wow, the second dive. And Deep Focus. Deep Focus is not on this board. So second column here. Also not great for left side. Second row. A little bit more bearable if Pest has the bottom of the board. Being that Mantis Lords and Hornet 2 are both here, static goal is fairly easy to do. But it looks like Shaddy's just going to stay in search mode. He could go and kill Mantis Lords here if he wants, but that's not going to do him any good. And Pest is heading down through green path. So we'll get to see some checks here from Pest that Shaddy did not do. Shaddy left green path after getting Shape of Un. So likely for Pest, this means he'll probably check Wraith's location. He'll probably check the chest location. Maybe he'll go to Spore Shroom. He also could just be semi-rushing the corner for locations here. There's one on the right side of Green Path, and there's also one on the way to Spore Shroom, so it would only give him 2 though. Neither player really focusing on corner for locations at all. If Shaddy is in fact choosing to go right side of the board, it makes sense for him not to. Pest, however, if he ends up with the left side of the board, he will have to... That's one of his easier goals, right? To do that, so he'll want to focus on that probably fairly soon. Looks like he's going to get these 2 grubs on the right side and also the corner for location. Looks like Shaddy's going to open up this shortcut. We'll see if he continues to go deeper into Fungal, or if he nopes out to Queen Stag. He's going back. Okay, so that's 1 corner for... Or 2. That's a second Pest corner for location. What was his first? I have him marked for 1. One other one. He must have done the Resting Grounds one. I have 2 tallies and I don't remember which ones they were. Pest also getting the journal while he's here. We do have 1 journal related goal right in the middle of the board. I mean, I'd love to see a Fluke Marm rush, Miri. We're never going to see that happen, but, you know, steady body. That's actually part of a goal on the board right now, in the bottom row. So that's not very good for Shaddy to find. He's never going to mark that goal, most likely. Did Pest sit on the bench back there? I'm guessing he did. So he's gonna get Moss Charger here and then check the Green Path chest. Shaddy continuing his search through Fungal. We'll see if he finds anything here at Claw. I'd also, I'd be interested to see if he decides to go kill Mantis Lords now. Oh, Cloak. That is a very good find, and he's not going to do Mantis Lords. Very good find. That will effectively double his speed over Pest right now. Picking up the second oh, and the second cloak being found. Never mind. Pest is going just as fast now. Wow. How rare is that? I'd really like to see Pest go up and check Thorns now. Since he's right here, this would be a fairly quick check to do. And Thorns is very easy to forget about. We've seen important items be put at Thorns that people just forget about for hours. Nope, he's choosing to go down into Fog Canyon. He is going to check raise. I really would have liked to see him sit at that bench above Stone Sanctuary. Go check Thorns and save put back to it. In his defense, Thorns is very easy to forget about, so. Why were there 2 cloaks? Because the game has 2 cloaks. Cloak and Shade Cloak. All of the random items in Randomizer work that way. They're all progressive, so the 2 copies of every spell, the 2 cloaks. We have 2 Dream Nails in the world as well, so those are progressive. Everything like that is progressive. Otherwise, you'd find, like, Shade Soul and then be downgraded to VS when you find VS. That doesn't really make much logical sense, so. Shaddy's gonna head down into the crypts again. So he's gonna check Soul Eater, and then after that, we'll see what he decides to do. He might head down into City of Tears at that point. He might have seen that he can do Fluke Marm now. He doesn't have much money, though. So he will have to go sell his relics and then head back up to Dirtmouth to get the Simple Key, if that's the path he wants to go down. He could also go and get the Simple Key that is in City Storerooms if he wanted to. It's a bit of a ways away, but it's an option. Actually, that might be the better option, just to save your Geo for something else. Especially since if you end up getting the Wanderer's Journal goal, Mark of Pride, not useful. Not today. And I totally missed what Pest got from whatever. Gathering Swarm, it looks like. Looks like Shaddy is going into City of Tears. A lot of players starting to smack these belfries. I think that's what they're called, right? Belfry? Bellfly? Something like that. Choosing to hit them instead of going back and waiting for them to explode. Okay. If Shaddy wants it, this journal goal is his. He'll get the one here, and then there's a lot of journal options fairly close to here as well. Now there's a couple in Kingdom's Edge. There's one down in Basin that he can get really quick. We'll see if he decides to rush that goal. Looks like Pest is making his way into Fungal Wastes. This, if he decides to clear Fungal, this will net him Shade Cloak. Pest heading to this corner for location, I guess. Meanwhile, in chat, Zeno asking silly questions. Pest's gonna check Sports Room here. I like this. Pest, I would just die at this point. Just die and do the Shade Skip. The enemy's walking the wrong way. Okay, he's just abandoning this entirely. A little bit unfortunate that it's a Wing Seed and not a Claw Seed, because there's a journal right above the entrance to Kingdom's Edge here that Shaddy could get if he had Claw. But he can't get that with Wings. Looks like he also could be rushing Hornet 2 here, which will also solidify his side on the right side of the board. So I'm going to start setting this up because it looks to be that it will be a left to right seed today. There's probably another journal somewhere out here that I'm not remembering. This one, I think. No, this is a seal, isn't it? No, this is a journal. So he can get 2 here and do a Hornet 2 play. So he will have enough. Alright, just one more journal and we'll have our sides. I've got the color bars set up because I'm a pro. Boom. That's a goal for Shaddy. And this will be another one for him fairly soon as well. Pest really needs to... He almost just needs to find stuff at this point. So I kind of like his approach to just search for everything. He is going with a full clear approach. We'll see if he decides to also kill Mantis Lords while he's here. That will give him a check advantage that Shaddy does not have for 2 items. Plus, if it's Claw, then, you know, if it's something really good. Yeah, the game's really bad at keeping track of flags like that. In fact, like we found out recently, you can free Zote in Deep Nest before you free him in... Oh, Shaddy! That's unfortunate. That's a big time loss. He was a long ways in that fight and then died. I mean, I like that the game can't keep track of it, though. Or is very bad at keeping track of that kind of stuff, because it makes it more interesting, I think. Imagine if we had to kill Hornet 1 before we could fight Hornet 2. That'd just be worse. It would just be objectively worse than what we can do now. Alright, take 2 right now for Shaddy. We'll see if he can do it. He is fairly under-equipped right now. He does have dive, which is probably his biggest weapon here. Pest's gonna get his second cloak now. Right here. I really don't like that Hornet can block your spells. That makes no sense to me. excuse me while I just parry your dive. Sure. It's a little bit too loud. Okay, well, thank you for waiting till now to tell me. Goodness. Could have told me before. Shaddy finishing off Hornet 2. Next thing you're going to tell me, it's too quiet now. Strimmer. All right. Pest is going after Mantis Lords. Of course, we have to switch to this audio. This fight should go very quickly when he has dive, version 2 of dive. Alright, well that puts that in reserve for Pest. Hopefully he can get out to that somewhat soon. I don't know how he will. He's kind of stuck in column 1 right now until he finds some random goals. Is he humming on his stream? Okay, well, thank you for giving us an excuse to go back to Shaddy Pest. Yeah, he could go with that Pathfire, but... yeah, actually you do need Claw for that, because you need to get, the one below Watcher Knights requires Claw. But he could still get, you know, 4 of them, which is a fair amount of grubs. Unfortunate that Pest has to backtrack all the way here, just to check what Mantis Lords have, but this could be worth it. We'll see what's there. Meanwhile, Shaddy... is he gonna go to Fluke Marm? I hope he does. That would be a good play, I think. Not only is Pest not gonna check what Fluke Marm has for a very long time, especially if this goal is taken by Shaddy. But this will get him to the center of the board, which is very important. You cannot get up there, Pest. Not from Mantis Lords, no, but you can get there from the other way, I believe. Yeah, Deep Nest has 2 locations. You can get to the one from Sportshroom for sure. I believe if you interact with him at 1, he does not show up at the other. I'm not entirely sure, though. That'd be an interesting 2 corner for locations to get, though. It would count, technically, because they're different locations. I mean, I would probably question why you're using both of those locations for that goal. Holy shit. Mantis Claw is at... oh, wow. Wow, wow, wow. That is huge for Pest. Yeah, City of Tears Grubs is a go. He needs to... he could do the Stagnus Vessel Fragment for free. That's a really easy goal. I'd like to see him go up there and do that now. do that goal into 15 grubs, probably. 15 grubs is a really long goal. He's going to have to hope to find something else, I think. Yeah, he could reveal it's at Mantis Lord's. But right now, Pest has no idea. Or Shaddy has no idea where Pest is. Because Pest hasn't marked anything. So Pest could be literally anywhere right now. Especially, you know, an hour into the race. Pest not having quite enough soul to do this dive, but he can get it from this totem. No. If Shaddy sold all, he would lose his goal on the bottom. I mean, Shaddy could have chosen to sell all his journals and then get 5 more, but no real advantage to that. He's got enough money to buy what he wants. Looks like maybe he's gonna get the lantern? Or no, he's gonna get the key. Yeah, he's doing Fluke Marm. I would probably go through Soul Sanctum at this point if I were him and get that key. He's getting Unbreakable Heart too. And the key doesn't have enough for lantern though. Where are you going, Pest? Looks like he might just be clearing out some grubs here. I really would have liked to see Pest go up to Howling Cliffs right now. You getting something from Salubra? No, you're just going up here for fun? Why? Why are you going to Blue Lake? You have the resting ground, Stag. Why are you doing this? This seems like a very long way to get to City of Tears. So one thing that kind of sucks about this board for Pest is that Mantis Lords is in the middle. And that's probably the most likely target for Shaddy after Fluke Marm. So if that's the case, then Shaddy will be finding Claw. Pest needs to keep that Claw advantage for as long as he can to make this comeback. Yeah, I really question this decision though by Pest to not take his resting ground Stag and go through the crypts to come down here. He wasted a lot of time going through Blue Lake. Pest can save a little bit more time though at Lem because he can just sell all his relics at once instead of selling individually. He could also use the Cornifer locations to get to the middle of the board too. Has he interacted with any more? I believe he's still at 2. Did he do the one in Fungal? Did that get him to 3? I think he did, didn't he? So he's at 3 right now. Yeah. So it's pretty important that Pest gets the Mantis Lord's goal marked, because that will keep Shaddy away from Claw almost indefinitely, I think. Although Shaddy does like to, Shaddy really likes to follow in the footsteps of his opponent if he knows he's been somewhere. So Shaddy might go and do Mantis Lords anyway if Pest marks it. Like, a lot of times Shaddy will quit what he's doing He will quit what he's doing to go and follow what his enemy's done. The waterways are so loud. Holy smokes. I can hear it in my headset. Okay, it looks like Pest is doing City of Tears grubs. I like this. This is something we talked about a little bit. Dive can be useful against Flukemarm, but man, still doesn't do all that much damage. Just the splash is only, what, like 30 damage or something? Or no, it's like 40? I don't know. I guess it's more than negligible. Howling Wraiths! They won't have to collect essence to check Shriek. Because the full damage of dive is 88. I think the first, when you dive through them, it's like 20 or something. I think the splash is like 40 something. And then the final wave up is like 20 something as well. I don't think it's 55. It might be, I don't know. I thought it was less than that. Man, if only we had a site we could go to check. The dive deals 15, while the 2 bursts deal 30 and 15. So that's... So basically it deals half. Because that's without Shaman. So it's 60 without Shaman. So, 44. 44 with Shaman. That's still pretty good. $23 dive, 50 splash, 15 explosion. Yeah, that's one thing. Oh, Shaddy's going to Mantis Lords. Rip any advantage that Pest had here. Yeah, he's marking Flukemarm. He will mark Mantis Lords here. It doesn't matter. Pest is not going to be able to contest this. Obviously, Shaddy doesn't know that, but... I mean, it's possible. Since he doesn't have Claw, he could just go and do Mantis Lords and then leave them. You know, leave their checks for a while. Because it's going to take him a minute plus to get back there. Since he doesn't have Claw, he would have to backtrack after killing them. I agree. Stag Nest and Cornifer are very quick goals. He could mark both of them still pretty soon here. He does have the Cornifer location up here in Soul Sanctum, but he'll still require one more after that. I think. Unless he interacted with the one in Crossroads, which I'm not sure he did. If he talked to the one in Crossroads, then he's at 4. Although he could go out to Kingdom's Edge and get that one basically for free too, so... Alright. There's Mantis Lords for Shaddy. Yeah, we'll see if he comes back. He has to save quit regardless. Alright, where are you going, Pest? Did Pest interact with the corner for location up in Soul Sanctum? I missed it if he did. I think Soul Sanctum is the play right now for Pest. Like, you get this grub that's out here, you talk to Cornifer, you save quit, you finish the rest of Soul Sanctum, get all the grubs, then you're really close to 15 grubs, you've got the Cornifer locations, and you've got the City of Tears grubs. Plus, you're adding onto that all of the Soul Sanctum checks, which it's actually fairly dense. So, after that, then he could also go... Alright, that's 2 locations for Shaddy. This is actually really good for Pest that Shaddy is checking corner for locations, because it's wasting time. Alright, Pest, go up into Soul Sanctum now. This is also good for Pest that Shaddy is choosing to go to Spore Shroom. Pest is standing still for reasons. Okay. Probably deciding where he wants to go, I guess. But this is really good for Pest. If Shaddy goes Deep Nest, this is very good for Pest. Because Shaddy may not come back to Mantis Lords for a long time. Just Geo. 150 Geo pickup. Oh, Pest had to Google the grub locations. Makes sense. I'm not sure how many he has. 3, I think. I don't think he has the one on the elevator. Maybe he does. You have Claw, Pest. You don't... Oh, he did get that one. Okay. So he needs to get the Soulmaster one, then he's got it. Alright, this is another corner for location for Shaddy. Pest really needs to mark this. He only has... No, he does have 2 corner for locations left, because he didn't go and get the one in Kingdom's Edge. So Shaddy might end up with this one. Although Shaddy needs a connecting goal as well, which he doesn't have. So, Shaddy choosing to put this in reserve soon-ish. Soon-ish. He's at 3 now, corner for locations. Pest still also at 3. So the nice thing about this for Pest is that if Pest goes and marks other goals now, like the Stag Nest Vessel Fragment, Shaddy will have no idea where Claw is. And Shaddy's already killed Mantis Lords. So Pest cannot mark Mantis Lords and reveal that he's been there and checked them to show that he got Claw there. So this may be a blessing in disguise for him. I guess we'll find out. Alright, Shaddy talking to the Garpede here as part of that goal. He will still need to interact with the Golem location and get the journal to finish out that goal. We'll see if this Soul Sanctum play will start to pay dividends for Pest as he checks Spell Twister, and it's Elegy. Hey, you can talk to dead things. People do it all the time. That's what funerals are. Pest should probably heal here. I mean, it is Soulmaster, so he's not super dangerous, but still, you do not want to die this far into Soul Sanctum. And he doesn't have a ton of damage, especially with only using his... Oh, you need the heal, man. Okay, good. He's not using his dive spell right now either, so How much HP does Soulmaster have? Like... Oh, please do not die now, Pest. Not on second phase of Soulmaster. Use your dive. Use your dive. You have dive. No! Pest. He's got to go back. That's his option right now. He got fucking storaged, did he? That's what he said in the bingo chat. He got storaged, no spells. Oh, that sucks. I don't know when he would have got storage there. I didn't see it, but I believe him, I guess. Yeah, that would have sucked though, because like the only way to fix that or to get out of it would be to get hit. So yeah, maybe that's when. That's rough. He's got to go back now. It's payback though, I suppose, from when Shaddy died to Hornet 2. Although the Hornet 2 run back is much quicker. Alright, where is Shaddy going? He's gonna go clear out Green Path. So this will net him his second dash. And we'll get to see what's at Thorns. We haven't seen what's there yet. Yeah, I don't know if it gives you storage, but I wouldn't be surprised. Nothing in this game surprises me. It's so broken. Meanwhile, Pest just taking random damage from his shade. He's actually got a lot of geo. 4,000 right now? Jeez. So, things may look kind of bleak right now for for Pest, because he is down 5-0, but I've been part of races that I've been up 7-0 and still lost. So this is by all means not over yet for Pest. Especially since he has the claw advantage right now. And this play in Soul Sanctum is going to net him at least 3 goals. So this will be the start of a comeback for him, for sure. Doing a little bit better in second phase of Soulmaster this time. There we go. And he's down. We'll see if there's something good here. This could be huge. If this is Spell Twister, actually, that'd be really good for him. Or just a ton of geo. He doesn't really need any more. That's the Bludger Knight's chest. The winners at heart bracket. Sad grub for sure. I get it. Muri's just intimidating. If I hadn't already beat Muri, I would have resigned too. Alright, this is a goal for Pest. Pest is on the board. I mean, if you just if you're in that bad of a mental state and you just want to postpone it instead of resigning, that's fine. It doesn't have to be this weekend. But ultimately up to you. That is a goal in reserve for Pest. He's not marking it. Hopefully he remembers that he has this goal. He still hasn't marked it. Oh, you know what? I bet you he is, he's hiding that from Shaddy, so he doesn't reveal he's going for the 15 grubs goal. All right, that's 4 corner for locations. Just needs 1 more for Pest. Well, you could just lose then, Miri. What's Shaddy doing? I haven't been watching Shaddy. He's going... where? Where was he even? He was going through Green Path, and then he quit after the corner for location, right? I don't even know what he's doing. Oh, he's spending the money. Okay. Getting Lantern. Pest, where are you going? Does Pest have this? Okay, he marked the wrong one. Yes, you do have that one. I don't think he has the corner for locations yet. Until he... It looks like he's going to go to Kingdom's Edge, in which case he will have it. He could also just go to Crossroads. So Shaddy's at 3, I think. I mean, whenever you're up to it, Zeno. It doesn't have to be next weekend. If it's during the week, that's fine too. We'll find someone to broadcast it. I just don't want you to have to, like, just quit because you're not feeling great today or tomorrow. We want you to race, man. Alright, this goal is Pests. Hopefully he marks it right away. This will be number 5. Mark it, dude. Mark the goal. Hugs. Hugs. Giant group hug. Okay, I'm not sure why Pest isn't marking this. Maybe he thinks he doesn't have enough. I believe he's at 5 though, so I don't know what he's doing now. Is he going to Crystal Peak to get another one? For fun? What was that? I just missed. What was it? Thorns. Trying to see if it's on the tracker. It must have been Geo. Money? Okay. Oh, Pest. Actually, Pest doesn't really need to mark this right now. Because how is Shaddy going to take it from him? Shaddy can't mark this. I would love a C-Peaks play. Yeah, lots of checks. Lots of grubs. This will get him a couple goals. Also, thank you, Oddbod, for that host. Welcome, everybody. If this is your first time here, check out that command that TimeSync just did in chat. For the rules on this game mode and the tournament and all that kind of stuff. So Shaddy is going to get the journal, which means Shaddy hasn't done the Golem entry though, right? He's only done the Garpede. So he still needs to do that before he can mark this. He is quitting out right away. Pest is definitely in the lead in terms of grubs right now. 9 to 12. So, this goal is his if he wants it. Especially with how many grubs are up here in Crystal Peak. Oof. I would really like to see a full clear from him here, actually. Excuse me. Shaddy. Making the rare play for... What is this? I forget. Glowing Womb? Yeah, that one. Shaddy's struggling a little bit, though, with this. Spike tunnel skip. And Pest marking the corner for locations. After getting 6. I think that was 6 anyway. Maybe it was 5. Shaddy making short work of that. Oh, he found Weaver Song. Wow. That's a hell of a find. Free goal for Shaddy. Okay, things are looking a bit worse now for Pest. Pest needs one more grub to get out of his home row. Shaddy could get the fragment, but it would require a shade skip. Since he doesn't have claw, he would have to do a shade skip up into Howling Cliffs, which is not something most runners are going to do. Oh, it looks like he's going to go check Mantis Lord's Dream Wielder. So Pest's going to have to make his way back. Back through the lasers now. The reverse way. Oh no, he's getting the entry here. Okay, so this will get him this goal. He's not going to Mantis Lords. I doubt that he will at this point. Okay. Marks that, no problem. Pest falling to his doom. Pest should be able to mark this goal. Oh, where's he going? Maybe he's saving the 5th. No, the 15th grub is right down here. Instead of going through the crushers on the left. Neither player has yet checked Grub Song either, so that's still something we can look at. This could be huge if something's in this chest here. For Pest. Nope. Never mind. Not important. There's 15 grubs for Pest. Oh, he's not going to go into Descending Dark. choosing the safe quit out instead. Interesting. He doesn't have Lantern right now, but with wings... I like that little crystal skip there that Pest just did. But with wings and claw and everything, I mean, that dark room is pretty easy. We'll see where Pest decides to go now. He has a couple options. He could go get the Queen's Garden stag. He could go do the Mass Shard in the Hive. He still really just needs to find stuff, which is kind of the problem. Actually, you know what? He's probably going to go get the Stag Vessel Fragment. Oh my god, there's Spell Twister. That's huge. That's a free goal for Pest. If he remembers that Iselda has Shaman. Looks like he does. Don't call it a comeback quite yet, but it's the beginning of one. This is going to play nicely into the Stag Nest Vessel Fragment. If he finds Dreamnail up there, this could be huge. That's where he's going. Yeah, that's true. You try and remember Shaman. Hard to forget that one. This could be... We'll see where Shaddy's going if he's gonna complete this full check here of Deep Focus. That would actually be insane, Zeno. I would love it. That was a weird bonk by Shaddy there. But really, if there's anything good up here in Howling Cliffs, this is going to be huge for Pest. Because Shaddy's not going to come here. Like, ever. Confusing, inspiring, and terrifying. Yeah, I can understand that. We've played this game a couple thousand hours, so... Glowing Womb, it's Cyclone. Yep, bunch of speedrunners just messing about. Having a tournament. Having a laugh. No, Shade Soul is randomized. So, Shade Soul is a randomized check that they could find. See if Shaddy can make this. He does, no problem. Yeah, true, it could be in that location. We don't know yet. And Fluke Nest at Deep Focus. Alright. Pest up to 5 goals now. I would really like to see Pest get something in column 3 pretty quickly and then go and rescue Bretta. That would be... It'd be basically a free goal for him, right? So one thing he could do, he could go in the Queen's Garden right now since he has Shade Cloak. Unlock Queen's Garden Stag. He can't get the Love Key quite yet. He needs one more item for that. But he could do that and then rescue Bretta. This will also be our first check of Joni's Blessing here from Pest. And where is Shaddy deciding to go? Actually, yeah, Dreamgate is on the board. I didn't even see that, but that is a... That's something that's here. Long Nail at Joni's. Not useful. I'd like to see Pest check Grub Song now, since that hasn't been looked at yet. He probably won't, but he's here, so... Looks like Shaddy is heading back to Mantis Lords. So, if this is in fact where Shaddy's going, this will net him Claw, which will be big for him. It will also give him the Bretta goal. Yeah, these are normally 2 to 3 hours. It really depends on the seed, how the players are doing. If it's a really close match, it tends to go close to 3 hours. Yeah, it was probably that combination, Zeno, plus people just being new to it as well. Oh, I'd like to see Pest check Great Slash. Please go left. No, go left! You can get it! Disappointing. Looks like he's heading to Thorns, maybe? Where's he going? Is he going to Queen's Garden? Still ongoing. Yeah, we've had a couple matches that were about an hour and a half. We've had some that were about an hour and 20 minutes. Probably about 3 or 4 matches that were really short like that. I think Pest just forgetting that he went the wrong way here. It looks like he's going the Queen Stag. Would be my guess. He really took the long way. He already had the Queen Station, didn't he? He could have just taken that right here. How open is the Discord? Well, it's just the Hollow Knight Discord for anybody. So there's a couple thousand people in there. Just casual fans and whatever. No. There's a section for speedrunners and a section for everybody. So there's a lot of lore discussions, there's a lot of help discussions, there's a lot of art discussions. There's really something for everybody there. If you're into speedrunning and races, there's a section for that. There's a containment ward for normies. That's one way to put it. But yeah, there's a different section for speedrunners, so if you don't want to be involved in those conversations, you don't have to. Oh my. Shaddy just sold all. He did unmark his Wanderer's Journal. That's questionable. Well, okay then. He hasn't said anything in bingo chat. He just unmarked it. So I'm not sure if that was on purpose. I'm guessing it wasn't. There are enough journals where he can get 5 more again, but man, questionable at best. I don't know. There's nothing that he would want to purchase anyway that would warrant selling 1,000 geo worth of journals. So this could be a window for Pest. Also, the window for Bretta is still there. Shaddy didn't go and get Bretta after getting Claw, which is an available goal to him, and it was right there. Although, if he went and got it now, he wouldn't be able to mark Bretta, so... Instead of being 9 to 5, we're 7 to 5. Nice. That was a good kill on Dung Defender there. Too bad the music's over already. and Fragile Strength. So Pest is our first player in Deep Nest here to go and check the stuff in Weaver's Den. It looks like that's where he's going. So he'll head to Weaver's Den, check those items, and then presumably head on to Queen Station to get that. If he had done that, then he would be required by the rules to fix the situation, which means he would either have to get the journal's goal again or any other goal in column 5 before he can do anything else. He would still have the Bretta goal. He would just have to fix his pyramid. So he would be stuck to his home row until he fixed it, essentially. Whoa! Dream nail! Whoa! Pest! Pest has a huge... Oh man, that's so big for him. He can do Galleon now. And Galleon's right here. But he left. He might go back. Yeah, it looks like he's going back. That save quit is questionable because he could have also continued up through Maskmaker to Queen's Garden. But he didn't. So, I think that save quit was just a straight up mistake. Unless he's gonna go get Tram Pass and then go to the Hive. But it doesn't look like he is. Yeah, storage is a glitch, basically. Or it's a category of glitches in the game. So, he accidentally got a glitch, basically, is what he was saying. That disallowed him to, use any spells. As a side effect of that glitch. Alright, well, we're getting, How did Shaddy get down here so quickly? Did I miss something? Wasn't Shaddy just... Oh, he was at Dung Defender, so this is pretty... Oh my god. The second Dream Nail is right there. Looks like Shaddy's heading for Galleon. Which, this is huge that Pest is already fighting him. Using a different Dream Nail pickup. Come on, Pest. Come on, Pest. He does it. Mark it, please. Yes! 6-7. Shaddy's going to Nosk, though, so it doesn't really matter. I'm not sure Pest would want to do Nosk anyway. This is a pretty long goal. This does give a little bit of an advantage to Pest in terms of the 500 Essence goal. Galleon is one of the more... What's the right word? I want to say expensive Dream Warriors. He's one of the more rewarding Dream Warriors in terms of Essence. So, he's already well on his way to that goal. One of the richer dudes. Hell yeah. Oh, Elder Who is on the board. Holy shit. I forgot about that completely. Okay. So Pest save quit here. This could give him Dreamgate. Oh man. If he finds Dreamgate here and ties that into a Mask Shard in the Hive play, this could be huge. Pest could be in a dominating position, always going to the Hive. Yes, I love it. Yes, yes, yes. Please stop and check Sharp Shadow. You can. It's right here. He's doing it. He's doing... No! Go back down! Pest! You're right here. No! In his mind, he must be thinking, I need to rush this goal. Which sucks, because there's a goal right there. But how would... He would never know that, though, right? Oh, that sucks. That really sucks. Alright, Nosk being marked by Shaddy. Even if Shaddy finds Dreamgate here, by continuing through Deep Nest, he's not going to be able to mark it. That will be in reserve for him, because he needs to... This journal thing, really a problem for Shaddy. It must have been a mistake. I cannot imagine that that was on purpose. Where are you going, Pest? Just sitting on the bench? What? Yeah, I'll write it down. Ask Shaddy about journals. This is basically a free goal for Pest. With Hive Blood, this trek is, you know, obviously trivial because nothing is attacking you. Fun fact, nothing attacks you in the Hive if you're wearing Hive Blood. It's one of those interactions with charms that most people never find out about. Yep, Shaddy will be finding Dreamgate here. There's... I believe there's, what, 13 journals in the game? So it's still very much possible for Shaddy to get the goal. Just... he already had it. So it's gone for now. And he finds Dreamgate here. Boom! Too bad you can't mark it. Yeah, kind of interesting that there's more seals in the game than there are Wanderer's journals. Even though the journals are, you know, less value. You'd think there'd be more. Alright, there's a goal there for Pest. Alright, Pest safe quitting out. Gonna end up back on the tram. I think I would have liked to see him go to Hive Blood right now. But in his mind, he's gotta be thinking he needs to go to Fungal right now. Right? You would think anyway. Where is he going? Is he gonna go check Kingdom's Edge? What do you do if you're Shaddy? That he needs to just rush Wanderer's journals to fix this, because it's becoming a big problem. Yeah, there's too much in Fungal right now to be dinking about in Kingdom's Edge. I really hope he doesn't check any items here and just goes up to King Station. Hopefully he was just using this as a way out, even though he could have gone to the station that Shaddy's at right now. Yeah, it looks like that's the case. Yeah, so Shaddy had this goal right here, the Wanderer's Journal goal. You can barely see it because it's like the same shade of blue almost. But the goal specifically says have. So if you don't have the conditions for that goal anymore, you have to unmark it, which then opens it up to your opponent to mark it. But since Shaddy sold all of his journals, he no longer had that condition, and he had to unmark it. So he cannot mark that goal again until he gets back to 5 journals, which it looks like he's finally working towards again. He's gonna get his second one here. Nobody can get Love Key right now. He can't mark Dreamgate because of the invasion rule set, which says that you have to have more or equal to the number of goals in the previous row or column than subsequent ones. So right now, since Shaddy started in column 5, he has 2 goals in this column, which means every goal, you know, moving forward has to have 2 or less goals in it. So he has 2 goals in column 4, 2 and 3, 1 and 1. So he needs to get a 3rd goal in column 5 before he can get a 3rd goal in column 4, a 3rd goal in column 3, and so on. Okay, good. Pest is going the fungal. This is big for him. This will net him Elder Who and Bretta, so he did realize he needed to go here. Meanwhile, Shaddy is doing things. Where's he going? Right now, there's really not much that Shaddy can do. Oh, he's getting the journal that's up here. That's what he's doing. There's a journal at the very top of Fungal, or at Fog Canyon here. Right here. Yeah, way to go. Way to go, Pete. Great commentary. So, if you're Pest after this, you're going to have 300 essence, right? So what do you go for after this? 0 is an obvious choice. I think you probably go for Gorb. Gorb is pretty easy. Trying to think of what would be another really quick and easy Soul Warrior to get. No Eyes? I mean, that's an option, but... There's Elder Who down. Mick doesn't miss half the binoculars. What? Actually, you're right. Marmu wouldn't be a terrible play here. Oh, and Celeste Bingo. See, I told you, Time. You've gone to the dark side of Celeste. You denied it yesterday, but you're a goddamn liar. Called out. Both racers heading towards Bretta right now. But it's not going to matter, because Pest can mark it, and Shaddy cannot. I'm not sure where Shaddy's going. Is there a journal over here that I'm unaware of? Oh, the one above Mantis Village. That's the one. That'll be his 5th goal, actually. He's probably going to try and tie it into a Bretta play, but he hasn't freed Bretta, and Pest is ahead of him. Hey, part of casting is verbally abusing the fans. What is it? Stockholm Syndrome? I'm just Stockholm Syndroming your asses. Make you want to come back. I like this Pest being safe so that he gets it. Oh, okay. Well, Shaddy marking Dreamgate anyway. Since he had that in reserve. So Bretta and Sly was never anything he was going to get anyway. Okay. So, right now, if you're Pest, I think you got to get the 500 Essence goal. You go to Queen Station. That was a great suggestion earlier. Because if he goes to Queen Station right now and fights Marmu, Marmu is 200, right? If you're Pest, you safe quit back the tram. 250 for Marmu. Okay. I knew he was a lot, but I didn't know exactly how much. But that's the play. That finishes out the 500 Essence and gets you the Queen's Garden Stag, but it looks like Shaddy's heading there right now and is gonna beat him to the stag. Like, it won't even be close. So... man. I think you just do checks at this point then. After that, I mean, because there's still goals available for both players right now, but once that ceases to be the case, once there's nothing else available that's static, you just gotta go searching for stuff. I believe we still haven't seen anything in Kingdom's Edge yet. Shaddy quits out. Not sure why. Maybe rethinking his decision to go down there? I don't know. That was just a wasted minute from Shaddy. He didn't accomplish anything there. Yeah, Marmu to 0 would be enough, but... and Marmu's a really easy Soul Warrior, too. Also, neither of them have checked Grub Song. Okay, Pest is going... is he going No Eyes? He's either going No Eyes or he's going to Great Slash. Or maybe both. Pest is by far closer to 500. Pest is at 300 right now, and Shaddy's at 0. Oh yeah, he has a couple, just so he can use Dreamgate. But essentially 0. Okay, Pest is going to No Eyes. Not the fight I would choose. But we all know how bad I am at No Eyes, so... yeah, Shaddy just doing Abyss checks. We'll see what's at Wraiths. Or at Shriek, I guess. Come on. Cyclone. Not on this board. I'm a little bit disappointed that Shaddy's not going for the Queen's Garden Stag right now. I mean, he's probably looking for something that will allow him to complete that and the Love Key in one trip. But right now, you don't know that Pest isn't going for that, and so it's essentially a goal that he's giving up. Both player, or no, Pest can't mark it right now, but after he kills No Eyes, he will be able to. So maybe that's why Shaddy abandoned it, because he saw that Pest can't physically mark it yet, but Pest will be able to mark it pretty soon now, actually. So now Shaddy might be a little bit more worried that he's going to go there. And Pest is close to it, too. We'll see if something is here at Shade Cloak, but it looks like Pest is going to win this race to Queen's Garden Stag. It seems to be where he's going. Yeah, he's for sure going there. And I completely missed what was at Shade Cloak. I wasn't watching. Was it a charm? Dashmaster. Wow. Are we gonna have a race? We're gonna... Oh, no. Shaddy's just leaving. Where's he going? Going to King Station. Why? Dirtmouth. He's gonna go check Grub Song. It warms my heart to see somebody use Dashmaster. Look how fast he is. No, Kingdom's Edge has not been checked yet. Oh, the Elegant Key. That hasn't been checked either. Oh, and Heavy Blow was in the shop. Oh, that sucks. That was available to both players. They both have steady body. Oh, that sucks. That's a goal that Pest essentially just gave away. Because he could mark it right now, too. But that was so long ago, and it's really easy to forget that that's a goal, because it's not a common goal that shows up on boards. So it's very easy to forget that that steady body actually matters for bingo. Am I hoping that Pest wins? I'm always hoping for an upset. Plus I voted for Pest. I think Pest is on my predictions board as well. Mostly I'm just hoping for a close race, which, you know, Pest needs to come back a little bit more for that. But Pest will get this goal and then it will be 11-11. Always a fan of the 13-12 finishes. And this race might go for quite a bit longer because we still need to find Sharp Shadow and something that will let the racers get to Monomon. It was already mentioned that they're able to get to the Love Key right now, but it's very unlikely that either racer will do so without having Crystal Heart or Isma's. Who's ahead on checks? I think they're pretty even. Shaddy might have a couple more random checks about the board, but like Pest has done Soul Sanctum, Pest has done, they've both done all of Fungal. What else? It's really pretty even. Shaddy's checking Watcher Knights. Yo, imagine if it's here. If Super Dash is here. It very well could be. We're kind of running out of checks. So the biggest advantage that both runners have, Shaddy's checked Abyss, Pestilent has checked all of Sanctum. That's kind of the main advantage that they have on each other. But with Pest checking Sanctum now, this will actually be kind of a time waste. We know there's nothing there, so we don't know what's behind Watcher Knights though. So it could be something here. Yeah, there's no more races today unless some people want to do like an exhibition race or just like a practice fun race or something. If people wanted to do that, I'd be available to stream it. Yeah, you're right. Pest didn't check Shade Soul, so that's another advantage that Shaddy will have here. Seems like he's going for the full sweep through Spire and Soul Sanctum. He might ignore Soul Sanctum, though. Thinking that since Pest has already been there and hasn't marked the goals in his home row, that there's nothing useful there. But we'll see. Sprint Master. So nothing behind Watcher Knights. That's about a minute lost for Shaddy. We'll see how much more time he loses if he decides to go into the entire Sanctum or if he stops at Shade Soul. Yeah, there's nothing scheduled right now, at least for today. This weekend we were just gonna get caught up on the losers bracket. Quick focus at Grub Song. All right, we're back to search mode. We need to find Sharp Shadow and then Isma's or Crystal Heart. Oh, also, Pest has Howling Cliffs over Shaddy right now. Looks like he's going Kingdom's Edge. Maybe Pest... That Soul Twister did not show up for a very long time. Maybe Pest was delaying these checks because he thought that Shaddy has been here. Since Shaddy marked Hornet 2 a long time ago, you know, it's plausible to think that Shaddy had been there, you know, but he hasn't. All right, Shaddy, what's gonna be here? What is he doing? Just changing his charms again? Oh, okay. Yeah, there's still a bunch of stuff that hasn't been checked yet. Kingdom's Edge. Isma's. Un. I had him in my head and I forgot. Wings hasn't been checked. The Master Glory obviously hasn't been checked. D-Dark hasn't been checked. Isma's? Oh, man. Watch this be Crystal Heart. Oh. This is probably GG then. Pest is in go mode now. Yeah, Great Slash hasn't been checked either. Looks like Shaddy's going up into Soul Sanctum. So this will be GG. If Pest rushes straight to these goals, it's over. He will still have to fight, oh, it looks like Pest has realized that he can block off Love Key, which would keep Shaddy from Monomon. Not that it really matters. This is rough. This is one of those moments where Shaddy's strategy of following his opponent into areas that they know that they've been is really hurting him. Shaddy obviously knows that Pest has been to Soul Sanctum, so in most scenarios, you'd probably just avoid this area because you think, you know, if they found something useful here, they would have used it or marked it by now. So it's a scenario where you make a calculated risk and just skip it. But Shaddy is choosing the full clear it, which is obviously losing minutes of time. And that's the love key goal for Pest, who is choosing to not mark it. Why? What do you gain by not marking this? There he marks it. Okay. Just wanted to take an extra second to think about it, I guess. I don't know. That's like, I don't know. That's a scenario where I would just mark it immediately because you don't know where your opponent is and you don't want them to snipe that. But yeah, this will be GG. There's really nothing that Pest can or Shaddy can do to prevent this. He is dream gating out. It's not gonna matter. Pest is on his way to Monomon, so he just needs to kill Umu, kill Monomon, and it's over. Yeah, there's no way. The only way would, yeah, he would need to find multiple things. And that's just not going to happen. So, GG to Pest. This is going to be a 13-11 win. Maybe 13-12 if Shaddy finds, you know, Sharp Shadow here at Great Slash before Pest can kill Umu. Which is very likely. This won't take long to check. But still. Pest would have to die like 3 times to Umu. Well, that's because everyone uses fixed Dash Master Zeno. Yeah, it makes me sad. Down dashing is so useful. It's not a huge time save to use it, but it feels really nice to use it, and it saves a fraction of a second or whatever. Saves a little bit of time. Oof. Alright, Shaddy, what are we gonna find here? Oh, Crystal Heart! Oh, that's unfortunate. But yeah, you're right, Zeno. Like, the time saves throughout the course of an entire run save a lot of time. Even if you're saving, like, half a second every time you do it, it's still... it adds up. Shaddy, where are you going? Why aren't you safe quitting? Oh, you can't Dream Nail from that room. Or Dream Gate from that room. That's right. Pest, meanwhile, on cycle 3, I think. This Umu fight much more difficult on current patch because... oh, please don't die. Umu's knockback was increased. But Umu is down, which means Monomon will also be dead very shortly. I'm really curious where Sharp Shadow is now, though. We should probably ask one of the runners to check the mod log. I'm also going to get into a voice channel because they are basically done. Yeah. Really good race. Really strong showing from both runners. In the end, though, Pest taking it 13-11. Pretty close to 2 hours. 2 hours and 6 minutes. And we're going to get to see what's in Kingdom's Edge because apparently Shaddy's still going. Yeah, Shaddy finding Eastman's tier. Same that Pest did. I would like to see what Quick Slash is, though. Hey, Shaddy. Hey, Pest.
Hey.
Hello.
Hey,
I just
Shaddy.
found Ismas.
Hey, Pest.
Yeah. Hello.
I thought that you would have checked Kingdom's Edge because you went Hornet 2 and like the 5 Wanderers journals instantly. So I didn't go there for like 2 hours. But like I just got to the point where I didn't have any more checks. Or like I didn't have any more big checks. I'd checked every area and it was like, okay, Kingdom's Edge has 2 checks, which unlocks Hornet, which has 2 more checks. Everything else, I think I didn't have Hive and like D-Dark and Shade Soul, just a bunch of random places. So like, I was not expecting that. I had so many random small things. This was the only place that had anything more than like 1 check in it.
Yeah, I was postponing Mantis Lords. Also, I sold all my journals. I think that was my major mistake.
Is that what
if
happened?
I wouldn't, I just sold everything, like, and I had to unmark the goal, and I had to go towards, like, work towards this goal. If I do this check instead,
Yeah.
like, I would finish it much earlier.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Where were the 2 copies at Dreamgate? Because there was the one at the Weavers area.
Second
you got
was
Dreamgate.
behind Sharp Shadow.
Oh, Sharp Shadow. Wait, I didn't check Sharp Shadow.
That's where
Oh,
Dreamgate was.
You're joking.
You walked right past it. It hurt my soul to see that
Well,
happen, but
I saw that happen. I got the dream thing, the dream nail, and then I was like, oh shit, it's time to go Elder Who 500 Essence and all that jazz. And then I was like, oh, I can get the 500 Essence and Elder Who and Bretta and Sly and like all in one, and then I just... Fuck. I forgot about Nosk too, but then I saw you mark it like right after I left, so like that was really lucky. I kinda was just like, Nosk is gonna take a while. I don't have anything good. I had D-Dark a bit.
I think you marked Spell Twister and I found it like within next minute.
Yeah. Spell Twister was at like... Spell
Yeah,
Twister was at
also-
Shopkeeper's Key, Sly, right?
Yeah, right. And Heavy Blow was too at like. I didn't realize that Heavy Blow was also at Shopkeeper's Key. I found it like like by accident. I was buying the key.
Wait, what does Heavy Blow look like? 1 second.
it's one with
I
all the
don't know what
nails bundled together, pointing downwards.
All right, I'm not close to there. This is a Google time.
Yeah,
I also realized I don't know where the grubs in COT are. That was pretty fun.
I figured that's what you were looking up when you were standing still at the Watcher Knight's bench for a little while.
Yeah, I was like, does the one in Soul Sanctum count as COT? Because it's in a new area. But I looked up on Google and it had it in like the thing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I feel bad about myself. It's fine. Oh yeah, that is what Heavy Blow looks like, isn't it? I thought that was Long Nail. But Long Nail has the horizontal stuff. Oh, damn it.
Don't worry, I'd forgotten about it too, or missed it. And then when Shaddy went back and bought it, it was like, oh shit, it was available for both players for like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Just sitting there, and they both forgot.
Yeah, actually, I think also I wanted to check Kingdom's Edge checks, but I forgot. Unfortunately, like after I beat Hornet, I went
Yeah.
to like some other stuff, and I was focused on that. And yeah, I did Mantis Lords. Never check them. Like check them after
Oh,
you marked all the
seriously?
all
Oh
the
my
like
god.
easy goals.
Yeah, Claw was there. I got that so early, but I just couldn't mark anything.
Yeah, so I was a bit
Oh, damn
unlucky
it.
with that.
Did you like get Fluke Marm and then go to Mantis Lords or something and then just like get it all in one? Because I don't
Yes,
remember. Okay.
I just like I beat Mantis Lords and like abandoned the pickups, and then you started marking things, and I realized that it should be somewhere like in Soul Sanctum because you marked some grubs,
Yeah.
or at Mantis Lords.
Yeah.
I actually had to check Mantis Lords earlier and Kingdom S Edge checks. Unfortunately for me, there was nothing in like in Abyss.
Yeah. Oh,
But,
okay. You did check them. Okay.
yeah, both checks were trash.
So if you didn't get Mantis Claw until super late, that's probably why you got like Weaver Song or something. And I think I was in like Crystal Peaks or something, and I was like, oh shit, I gotta go. Because I figured Stagnus would be easier since you had Mantis Lords. But did you just not have it then? Like, how late did you get Claw?
I got Claw after I marked about 7 goals, I guess.
Oh,
So it was
okay. So
past 1 hour.
yeah, it was kind of close-ish then. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, and unfortunately, I never checked the like 2 most valuable pickups I had to check. Like I never checked, unfortunately.
Yeah, I got really lucky. I was a little bit worried when it was like 8-2 or something. I was like, oh, this is gonna be a bad time, and then I found Dream Nail, and then it was like, oh boy.
That was nice comeback.
Yeah, I don't know how it happened.
I guess if I didn't do this stupid mistake with selling all my vendors journal, I would still be like good because I would be
Yeah.
able to snipe your Galleon, at least Galleon.
Yeah.
Uh,
Fights are hard with no upgrades.
yeah.
Fight-
Or
Fights are hard
like
with no upgrades.
I wanted like or like Eldor Who and Bretta.
Yeah.
So because I figured out that you don't have Dreamgate because you would mark it immediately. So I decided that I can like mark Bretta and Sly and postpone the Dreamgate.
Yeah.
But then I saw you marked Elder Who. Like I was on my way doing journals, and
Oh, were you?
I had to backtrack a bit for the journals. Unfortunately,
Oh, yeah. Oh, that would have done it. Because there are a few journals in that area. I know there's the one above Village. Are there? And there's one to
I
like.
collected
the
10 of
left.
them. 10.
I don't even know where 5 are. I know where like 4 are, and then if I happen to find another. No, I know where 5 are. Okay. Never mind. I know where at least 5 are. I don't know relics. I know the King's Idols, and I know a few Hallowness Seals. And that's it.
Like the seat was unfortunate for me. Sharp Shadow was behind Hive Knight.
Oh, was it?
Is that where that was?
Yes.
Oh no!
Yes, I
Wait,
just checked.
I got the Mass Shard in the Hive and then I quit out because I thought I had momentum.
Yeah.
Damn it. I was like, Mass Shard, Dream Nail goals, I'm fucking zooming.
I
Damn it.
needed Crystal Heart or Ismas to beat
Oh.
you before you got the Love Key. And
Yeah.
and when you marked Love Key, I like that's over.
Yeah.
The like yeah, a bit unfortunate that I haven't checked Mantis Lords earlier and Kingdom Age.
Yeah.
Anyway, like we're circling around right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. GG, Pest, and good
GG.
luck in next rounds.
Yeah, thank you.
It will be tough bracket for you.
Yikes. I haven't looked because I thought I would lose. Oh shit!
Uh,
Is it like Trinomi and Axe? I think.
Yep, you face the winner of that match that happens tomorrow.
No! Oh no! Axe! Oh no! I'm gonna have a bad time. Okay.
I beat the boss in group stage, so
Oh, did you?
you have
Hell
chances. Yeah.
Woohoo!
Okay.
All right.
Well, thank you both for racing. GG.
Thank you for commentating.
yeah.
GG.
Yeah. Thank you for the
Unfortunately, I
commentary.
got eliminated from the tournament, but I feel okay about that. That was a good race. I got a lot of fun from it.
Yeah, it's a very fun tournament. We should definitely do more.
That's the plan.
Okay.
After this
Yeah.
sometime, but yeah, thank you both
Yeah.
for participating, especially Shaddy. Sorry to see you go, but has to happen eventually. So
Yeah, sometimes we play bad. Yeah, I'm playing not stable. Like my early game was awful.
Wait, your early game was awful, but you had like 6 goals on me.
I
Oh boy, what's
mean,
my early game then?
I mean, I was lucky he was fine in Shape of Fun. That's all.
Oh yeah, I took like a year in that dark room. I was like, I know that dark room, it's easy, and then I died, or not died, but like I failed it a lot. Yikes. Dark rooms are hard, guys. Practice them before races. That's my advice. All right, I'm gonna go back to trying to bot Mick and Ensub.
Okay, guys.
okay,
I'll
have fun
let you
with
go. GG
Dude, that
once
trick is
again.
easy now. Yeah, GG.
that. All right. Well, it looks like that does it for today. Siplak's trying to set up a really quick match. Maybe Axe will play. If Axe wants to race, I'll restream it. Oh my god. Yeah. To have a spreadsheet or something? I mean, if they want, yeah. Muri's the one that's kind of in charge of the trackers or the refs, which we didn't have any refs for this match, so it was just me. But I was able to kind of keep up with a little help from Muri, so we're good. We're good to go. So yeah, Axe, if you want to race Siplax, just let me know, and I will gladly commentate that one. Did a really good job. Yeah, you did. A grand total of no refs. No refs scheduled at all. Okay, so we're going to reschedule the Muri versus Zeno race. I'm going to take that score off, actually. Can I revert that? Yes, I can. Sweet. All right. Well, until I hear back from them, I'm going to assume that we're not doing another race, which means that the next race will be tomorrow, the same time that this one started, actually, but just tomorrow. So if y'all want to watch that, stay tuned for it. That will be a race between Axe and Trinomi. The winner of that match will play Pest, actually, in losers round 3. So yeah, stay tuned for that. And then next weekend we should have a bunch of races because winners bracket will play again, and then losers bracket round 3 will also play, and maybe the final match of losers bracket round 2 whenever Zeno is feeling better. So yeah, that's all I got. Thanks for watching. We'll see you tomorrow.